You're tuned in to the Kansas City Weather Report, your daily source for the latest local forecast right here in KC. Whether you're planning your commute, weekend barbecue, or just trying to figure out if you need that extra layer, Wes has you covered. So let's dive into today's forecast.
Welcome to the Kansas City Weather Report. I'm meteorologist Wes Peary. Today is Friday, October 10th, and here is what's up with the weather. All right, we're starting off this morning with some scattered showers and thunderstorms passing through. Perhaps you've already heard some rumbles of thunder out there this morning. They'll be passing through until around 10 and 11 o'clock this morning, and then the sun will start to break out, and we'll get temperatures returning back close to about 80 degrees. We'll try to get back to about 70 to 75 for lunch, hitting 80, maybe a little bit later than usual, maybe 5 o'clock. It's still around 80, and that means dinner time will be a little on the warm side as well. And, a little humid too, right? It's raining, when the sun comes out, you'll get some evaporation. But this is overall still some pretty good outdoor conditions to enjoy. Saturday looks pretty warm again. I think temperatures about 75 to 80 degrees. We will have a little bit more cloud cover for Saturday, call it partly to mostly cloudy, but still can't complain much about the weather going on. Sunday, it's warmer. Again, temperatures 60s in the morning, getting to 85 to 90 degrees in the afternoon. It'll be windy, the wind gusting at 20 to 30 miles per hour. And I've seen enough of the weather model data. It's been decently consistent, and so there's a chance of rain during the Chiefs game Sunday evening. There's a cold front getting ready to pass through, and it won't so much be the cold front that's causing this rain, but that does eventually move through as well. So slight chance of rain during the Chiefs game. After the Chiefs game and into Monday, rain is looking much more promising. Only about 70 to 75 degrees for a high on Monday. Tuesday, another good chance of rain there. And then we shoot right back up to 80 degrees by Wednesday and Thursday. Both those days, 80, maybe 80 to 85 for high temperatures. Really quick surge. And then we crash back down. By Friday and Saturday, we're looking at another chance of rain, especially on Friday. And that will probably send temperatures back down to the lower to middle 70s. So overall in this forecast, we're getting much more, not quite like early October temperatures, but at least more fall-like temperatures. The average high this time of year is now at about 70 degrees. So we're not getting to 70, some of these days when it's raining, like perhaps on Monday, sure, maybe it's close to 70 degrees in the afternoon. But until we get a very strong cold front, it will pretty much remain warmer than average, which at this point is not very hard to be warmer than average, especially if the air is dry and the sun is out. It's going to be a day in the middle 70s pretty easily. At least we're getting some rain. The cooler nights should help with turning the fall foliage on. It's already become, we'll call it low color, kind of spotty, but it is starting to happen. And I think these rainy conditions will help accelerate that. And we're still looking at generally probably late October, early November for the fall foliage peak. The peak part of it may not last as long as usual because of the dry conditions that have set up throughout the end of summer and now into early fall. It's not that it's not raining. It's that it's not raining enough to make up a difference for how dry summer was. We're about 3.5, 3.25, 3.6, okay? That's what I'm trying to say here. About 3.6 inches away from the average amount for this time of year, which the average amount pretty much keeps everything happy. So we're going to try to make up the difference. But once we get into November, there's really no consequence a whole lot for agricultural other than some winter plants that go to the ground. By that point, fall foliage season is done, and it just helps out with people's foundations because dry ground, your foundation starts to shift a little bit, and your doors start to get creaky and everything like that. All right, recapping the forecast. Some scattered showers and thunderstorms this morning. No severe weather to worry about. Temperatures by the afternoon. Especially on Monday morning, and for Tuesday, highs Monday and Tuesday about 70 to 75. We'll get into the 80s, I think, near 80 for Wednesday and Thursday, and then falling back into the 70s with another chance of rain for Friday and into next weekend. Thanks so much for joining me for this edition of the Kansas City Weather Report. You can find me on social media at West Weather. Have a good one.